Hey Tribbers, today we've got a Transit Custom. I think it's about 2016-17, it's 2.2 variety. It's got a turbo actuator fault on it, very common on these. I wasn't going to do a video on it, and then I thought, you know what, they're really common, so I'll just show you what I found and what I'm going to do with it. Hope you enjoy. I said diagnostics. Let's see, I don't think it's going to show up now because it's been somewhere else and they've cleared down the codes, but I've had a look on live data anyway. I don't remember what the codes were for it. It will have mass airflow codes because I've got the box off, which I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, so I haven't put anything up lately because I've had my best friends over from the UK, and so I've taken a little bit of downtime. So we've got 2.2 custom. And the weather's still good here. We're at 29 degrees today, and we are the 25th of September. I'm not going to do an auto scan right at this point because what we're interested in is the PCM. Just see if it's got anything in there. As I said, it'll have mass airflow because I've unplugged that. Mass airflow, intake air temperature, and so that's really not telling us anything. See if this comes up with anything different. I doubt it. So that's just the van going through its paces, the key on, engine off, code read. Intake, mass air. Okay, so nothing there really. I mean, it said mass air, intake, that's all the same, intake same. So we just got the synthetical glow plug, which is being shown up. So let's now look at some live data. I'll get you a slightly better angle too. It might be better. Now these actuators, they're in Spain, they're just so hard to get hold of. You know, UK I'll get hold of one, not a problem at all. You can send the old ones away and have them refurbed. One. I've been off a week. He wants a van back. It needs its test doing. Okay, so let's have a look. So on boost pressure. We'll have a look at the voltage. Actuator output. I'll have a look at the sensor as well. That's brake, so we don't need that one, but we need that one. Right, so we've got minus 30.5, 25 minus 0.05. Let's fire it up now and see what it's going to do. So the voltage changing slightly. Desired position 80%, minus 30, minus 0.5. Let's go to the van, give it a few revs, see if any of these change. Alright, so we're in the van now, I'm going to give it some revs and see what changes, if anything. Not a lot there at all. Well, it's going to sound a bit odd because we don't have the air box on it. There's the air box down there. Now, this is the actuator. Here, it controls the variable vanes, held on by 3 bolts. Right, so if you remember these figures, I have another actuator I'm going to put on. It is an aftermarket one, which, you know, I don't like doing, but needs must. I can't get hold of one out here unless I buy a complete turbo. I said he needs this back. The ticket's almost run out of it, so it's got to be done. So I've taken a punt on getting an aftermarket one. What I'm going to do now is shut the van down. I'm not going to bolt the other one on yet. I'm just going to plug it in and see if we get any different feedback on the live data. Alright, so here's one that I'm installing. And all I'm going to do now is plug it into the multi-plug. I'm not going to be unbolting the old one just yet. So if I can get this multi-plug off with any luck. Right, let's take this off now. Plug the new one in. That can sit there for a minute. Now let's just see on live data if we've got any different data going on. Let's get the ignition back on. We may have to clear down the code to start with, so let's just go. Well, let's have a look first. Let's just have a quick look. Now you see, right, we're different already. If you remember the other figures, I'm going to run it quickly. Yeah, see that was stuck at minus 0.05 before. Boost pressure is 0. Bear in mind I haven't got anything, and we're getting changes there now. That's what I was looking for. That's what the other one wasn't doing. Let's go and get the new one bolted on. Right, so this has 3 bolts and the lever here. So I've already had it off once, then decided that I was going to show you what the problem is with these. So it's only held on by 2 bolts at the minute, but I'll whip them out. It's not very exciting watching me undo a bolt. And they're 230s. That one there. Undo the lever. When that's apart, make sure, when this is warm now, make sure it moves freely. If I have a look at this, that is solid. Nothing. No movement on that at all. And let's have a look at this one. here, and you've got a tiny little bit of movement, so it's free. I'll disconnect this multi-plug. So to put it back together, we also have this gasket. It seems to be like a little bit of a heat shield. So we want to try not to drop that as we're bolting it back together. So, I'll try and do the middle one and then mess about with it from there. Right, so gasket is hooked onto the middle bolt. I can get that just started, a couple of threads. And we can get the other almost up. While we've got a bit of movement on this, it's easier just to hook that over like so. Now we can get the other two bolts in. Hopefully. Put your hand down underneath the unit just to make sure that the gasket is still in place. Which it is. Start that now. And now because it's two bolts are through it, then it'll be easy enough with the third bolt. I'd normally have my head under here, but I'm trying not. Oh, there we go. I do have space for that. Wasn't sure that we've got enough space to follow that one after. Okay. Yeah, so it's all quite still right now. So there the 3 bolts started, and we've still got enough room just to hook that over. And it has a little retaining ring that goes on there, which I'll show you. But let's get this nipped up. Don't go crazy with it. Let's see it nipping up. Because all it's got to do is oops, almost had you off. Then the rod there and the pin to do. Right, take 2. Just try not to drop it again. Oh, there we go. You see that? Yeah, so it's just sitting on there now. But that's a bit of movement on there. What we'll do is we'll temporarily fit the air box so we can know what we've got to do. How about putting the multi-plug back in where it lives now? Otherwise we won't be getting any data from that. Don't like it down like that. I'm happy with it. Okay. Clip these going there. So that's the 3T30's done, the clip's on here and the arm's in place, the multi-plug's on. Next one we'll do is just temporarily put the airbox back on and then run it up. Airbox really straightforward on these. Has a piece there that hooks in at the back. Self-explanatory. Multi-plug there for the mass airflow sensor. Self-explanatory. We have the intake hose there. then down there, and here, cold air intake. Seen better days, I'd say. That clips in there and in here. It's we're just not bolting it all up, buttoning it up just yet. Okay. I'll do that up. You know what? I'll do it now. So you know what? You walk away from it and then you forget. So we plugged this in. So we push the red tab forward. We do this up now. Now what we do, we clear down the codes, and hopefully we're good to go. Right, it's got those codes. So, airflow sensor, airflow, and glow plugs. We know we've had that unplugged. And let's erase. And cycle the ignition. Clear. Glow plug. Okay, can live with that. Do this one. So a laugh. Glow plug, glow plug. We'll make the customer aware of that. Now I want to have a look at some live data. Let's have it running. Now that's fairly close, 80 and 79.62. So the actual measured 79.5, the boost actuator desired 80, that's pretty close. Give it a few revs. Right, I'm going to take away the voltage. We can graph those. So we really want to look at the where are we up to now? The green, oh sorry, the light blue and the blue. You know what I'll do? Let's take out, no, I'll leave the output in there because that'll graph differently. So this is what we're looking at here. And they're pretty close, considering it's aftermarket. says 20, yes. Okay, it's not graphing now. I've got it on the video. Right. That's the brake wear. Front brake pads, but I think they look alright to me. I think it's probably had some in the past. This is the first time I've had this van. So, quite likely it's had some. And they've not changed sensors or broken a wire or something on the sensors. Right, that's all we got now. I'm not going to bother getting rid of that, but what I will do now is an auto scan. A few faults. Let's have a look at the report. Getting a hold of that in. Most of it. Okay, so what we've got: sender for glow plug, invalid data from powertrain control module A. Is that when I've had the brake line and wear sensor? Now is that when I assume it doesn't tell you what side that is, but it could be on the code there. I might have to investigate, see what side that is. Yeah, it could be if where the battery's been really low, which I know it has in the past, speaking to the customer, or I've had the actuator unplugged. Right, let's come out of that. And I'll just go quick erase those. I've got the codes on the phone. So that's going to be the brake pad wear wire or sensor. Oh, of course, BCM. So we're looking at the BCM module. So I'll give you a little heart attack. Right, so we've got two. I don't think it's going to narrow it down there. Circuit, open circuit. Right, I think the brake pad's been replaced and there's been an issue there. So let's escape out of that. Right, next thing will be to give it a little test drive. I don't think these boost actuators have to be set up. Let's have a quick look in hot functions. I don't want to go in there. Turbocharger learned values. Okay, we'll go there because it's got a new actuator. It's not the valve, but it is a new actuator. So we're going to go okay with that. Position 0. Okay. Come out of there. I just want to have a quick look, make sure that didn't set any. Oh, not that one. We don't want that one. No choice. Okay, so we've got a PCM fault there, which is going to be the glow plugs, isn't it? But double check, make sure I haven't just caused it. Come on. So I'm in for a new diagnostics tool soon. Can't decide what I want. I mean, this one, the updates are due November sometime, and that will be That would mean it's 3 years old and it's coming up to its fourth lot of updates, and they're $1,250. You could probably get them cheaper if you shop around, but that's approx. So it's about £1,000. So I'm kind of weighing up. Get a new machine, it's going to have topology on it, it'll have some different programming. I'm just shopping around at the minute. Alright, glow plugs. I'm happy with that. We get it buttoned up at the front. Then we can take it for a test drive. Right, so I've fired up the scan tool with the live data that we need. Let's take it for a test drive. I'll just show you, we'll keep an eye just in case the engine light comes on, which it is there. Hopefully it won't. Get this out of the workshop. Don't want to be running anyone over. Clutch is really sharp on this as well. Right. That's not why I've got it. Guess I'll let dust off the window, eh? Now there's a really good little hill just around the corner from here, which I'll be able to run it up. Seatbelt on. You know what, I should get a GoPro or something. I can clip it somewhere, make life a lot easier. Well, we have boost. See what it's like when we get up the hill. I really want you guys there, don't I? So you can have a look at this live data while I'm driving it. Probably the best place. But you know you're going to be rocking and rolling all over the place while I'm driving. Not sure if that sounds like CV or something. It's got a little click, 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 click on the right hand side. It's all looking okay at the moment, but we're not using any. Let's give it a bit. Oh, that's got some nice boosting out of it. So what we do, we turn right here. Go up the hill. Now apparently, we'll go over this little bridge in a minute. They've had to redo the barriers because someone drove through it, but they were drunk the other week. But so we're in third gear at the minute. Yeah, you can see the new barrier over there. Third gear. This hill is quite steep that we're coming up on. And we're pulling, I can feel it's pulling quite nice. In the fourth. This is a 6-speed van. So I'm going to see how it pulls up here in fourth, because this is going to be the real test for it. You know what, we're pulling quite nice. Spin it around. That's normally where I test for turbos. Performance issues, because it's a proper steep hill. Nice little bar here. And they have the menu del dia for €10, and what you get with that is you get a plate of salad, you get a starter, a main course, a dessert and a drink. Whoops. No engine management light. Everything's looking as it should be looking. I'm going to call this a fix. I'm not sure about longevity of it because it's not an original healer part. It does come with a warranty though. So, you know, fingers crossed on this, but you know where I stand with aftermarket parts. I'm not a lover for good reason. I think so many cents and things, and they've been no good out of the box. But you know, let's have a look. If this is enough to get his ticket and to get him underway, yes, you know, that is the important thing. And in the meantime, if he wants me to, I can look for a healer one, which is going to be about 6 times the cost of this one. Tight, we do this in the third, let's change down, that's got enough. It's still giving the required amount of feedback. We're in third and this is a steep old hill. But it pulled up there, okay. Go to the second gear. Bars along here. Right, so we're back in the workshop now. Nothing nasty looking there. It's still pretty good there. what we'll do is read the fault codes. It's probably going to ask me to turn off the engine. Let's see what it does if I don't. See if it's going to throw a hissy fit. Okay, that's all we got. So I cycle the ignition now, turn it off on, come out of there, and key on engine off. Can live with that. I will tell the owner about the glow plugs. I'm not sure if the strategy on these requires the glow plugs for regen purposes. Let's just have a look, see if it's got any DPF data in here. Low value 0. Where is the pressure? Let's calculate this engine low value. It's not what I was looking for. DPF. Percentage of the maximum loading, open loop, closed loop. Okay. Now I'd say it may be a bit high. This is the one we need to look at. No, not that one. So where's the DPF pressure sensor? Might have to get the other scan tool out for that. There we go. Yeah, it's a little higher than I'd like. Put it up to 3,000 revs. Yeah, that's high. It's coming down though, now it's warming it up a bit. That is high. I will suggest to the customer that we do the glow plugs, and also we give the DPF a clean. If he authorises that, I'll go through it with you. So just quickly, let's take this apart. I've taken some of these clips out already. Basically twist. So this one, you can get under it, twist it, twist, then this comes apart. Get you a bit of view, right? And this is rigid. There should be some movement in it. but it feels like it's just, if we move it out of the park location, so when it's in the park, like, I can actually see teeth missing off there. There. So probably rebuild this with the parts. But interestingly enough, it wasn't giving any feedback either from the board. And this says contacts here for that. But maybe it's rebuildable. If you're interested in the healer part number for this 2.2 transit, it is here. I don't even know if we can get you there. And on the underside, it has that number. Now I have read that they should also have a number etched on them, but this one doesn't appear to. Should have like a G number or something like that. I mean, the one I replaced it with is G59. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was kind of a quick overview of the problem with the electronic turbo actuator on this Transit Connect 2.2 circa 2016, 2017. Pretty easy job. Handy if you can look at the live data like we did, because we could tell the difference between one that isn't reporting, one that is reporting. But if you change it, and then you'll be able to tell by driving it if it's made a difference or not. But to be fair, live data is essential for this job. Otherwise you could change it and then change something else, then change something else. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of new videos as when they come out. Had a little break because we've had friends over, so I've not really had much time to do any videos recently. And please leave questions and comments in the box below. Thanks for watching.